This afternoon we have a two-piece PTO shaft for John and Ben, Branch Brook Fuels in Kennebunk. So this is a two-piece shaft, like I said. It's about 8'6" long, and it's pretty intricate the way it hooks onto their propane truck. And the two things happen. Two things are going on here. It had some problems, and one of the problems, come to find out, was just access, because there was no flanges in this entire system. It was all a yoke on the PTO output, center bearing hanging on the middle, and a yoke, and then a yoke down at the pump, further down on the frame of the truck. And so trying to get it out was no small task and involved cutting stuff. So the chief thing about this is we flange it. So it's got a flange there, it's got a flange at the midship bearing now, and it's got a flange at the pump. So you can take segments out and it'll be much easier to service. I did renew the whole thing basically, but one of the other issue was that the failure point was that the bearing, the self-aligning bearing, that's a spherical bearing inside of that spherical shell, and that fit was pounded out. So that made me wonder about balance, because that thing getting pounded out, I mean, it is an industrial bearing, and they don't have a tremendous lifespan, and it'll definitely be easier to service next time. That was the goal here. So, but I did tune this up, because we've got components from 3 different manufacturers here. The flanges come from one outfit. The shaft assemblies came from Spicer. Yeah, so it's 2 different outfits. Spicer and I forget the name of the people that make the flanges, but so there's a flange on the PTO now, and there's a flange on the pump, and then you see the rest of it. So I tuned this up just like it's a regular drive shaft. You stop and think about it. You balance things to eliminate problems before you become a problem in a vehicle, and putting this thing in and out of the vehicle is not simple. And its primary task, it's a propane truck, is to pump propane. So in my thought is, the more reliable it is, the better it'll be. So tuning it up just like it's a regular drive shaft, not real normal for PTO stuff, but we're gonna do it to this one, and I'm happy with the results. 0, this is the PTO. 0 at the center bearing, and 0 at the pump. I will say that is an industrial bearing. That does have a little flutter to it. There is no energy there. I mean, there is nobody home. So I'm gonna get some paint on this and get it in the truck and get it back to Branch Brook.